against them.
Not about that, but at that point, they're both genders or both sexes. They're both attracted to. Because
I mean that's not their fault. As long as they're, I don't know. It doesn't, because the same thing to me for straight couples. Like, I guess it's 2 times the amount of people that might catch their eye, but it's not really like they're more likely to be unfaithful or something. It's just like,
oh yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Because I dated one and I was like, well, because before she told me she was, I was like, well, or she's like, what's your thoughts about dating someone that's bi? I was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, well, how do you feel about it? I'm like, well, it depends. Like,
how does it affect me?
Yeah, how would it affect me? I was like, well, let's look at the basis here. They're attracted to both parties, so the chances of them being attracted to someone else, or the chances of them, if they're hanging, you can't. I was like, you have to have trust in the relationship for sure, but it doesn't matter on what gender they hang out with because they're attracted to both sexes at that point. So it's like,
oh, exactly. Like, I mean, yeah.
As a
it just comes down to if they're not trustworthy and you have to worry about them anyway, and then you're also asking them, like, if you're already not comfortable with them, like, hang out with a bunch of dudes, like, that's just gonna be way harder on you if they're also potentially gonna cheat on you with women.
Exactly. But if you're
so
dating,
it's much more about. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, but if you're dating someone, or if they're wanting to date you, or if you're dating a sign of potential marriage, is how it really is. But if you're dating someone, why would they want to spend time with the opposite sex one-on-one, or with a group that's only that opposite sex of theirs? Like, what are people that normally spend time with the opposite sex, or because they're attracted to them? The majority of the time, not all the time, but majority of the time.
Yeah, pretty much all the time.
Yeah, okay. So pretty much all the time, yeah.
Well, unless they're gay.
Unless they're gay, yes.
Kirsten has a couple of gay friends, and it's like, I've met him, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way you could ever want to fuck her.
There's no reason why your cock should be inside my woman. It just doesn't
No,
make sense.
never.
Yeah, but for sure, it's like, okay.
It just seems like, yeah, it wouldn't matter to me. If they're like a trustworthy person, then it makes no difference. But if you're already like sketched out about them like being unfaithful, then it's only going to make it way worse for you. Probably just leave right away.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of mobs over here. We should kill them.
I struggled with the whole insecurity of trust at first, but with her I was like, she was asking me a generic question, not with her. And so when I found out that she was bi, I was like, oh, I don't care if you're bi. I mean, it's not something I agree with, but it's not like it's gonna hinder me with you, because I trust you. But for sure, like, to me, it opens up the possibilities of there being, in our day and age of how divorce and cheating is so common, it's not hard to not think about that and put that as evidence.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know, if you're thinking marriage anyway, it's a bunch of stuff you need to iron out.
Yep. But
I feel like I pretty much know Kirsten front and back, so it's like, yeah, there won't be surprises.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't expect her to be fucking up late after I go to sleep watching redhead porn. Like, you need to figure that's on her, honestly. She should have figured that shit out before she said yes to marrying him.
She shouldn't have moved. So she married him because when she moved, she didn't want to be not married to him, and then they break up.
Okay, yeah, that's not a good reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Move in with him, learn his habits, and then decide if you like it.
That's the truth right there. I know. I
It's
asked.
not that difficult.
It's not, honestly. Doesn't
Like
take...
it might upset your parents, but like whatever. It's your life.
Yeah, why would you want to live a sad, fucking destroyed life?
Yeah, and now you look like the bad guy if you want a divorce.
Yeah.
So you can air out his business to everybody, which is also a bad look.
Yep.
But really, you should have just waited.
Really, you should have just fucking not get married and move into a different state. You're not 100% sure about... Why would you want to move... Okay. One, why would you want to move with him if your fear is being dumped and left on the streets? Like, obviously, that's probably just a flag that you should just not make that decision.
Yeah. If that's a fear, you're probably with the wrong dude anyway.
Yeah. You're afraid that you're gonna get dumped.
Don't marry him. That's not the solution.
It's a fucking dumb reason why she's a redhead.
I mean, that's why she's on fucking Tinder trying to get relationship advice from strangers.
Yep. And I was being brutally honest with her too. I was showing no mercy.
Well, you have nothing to lose.
I don't have anything to lose. And also, I was hoping I'd just wake her the fuck up so she's not one of those people that just have a miserable life the entire time and that they don't know what a better life is. It's like, shove this fucking shit. Hey! Hey, you!
Hey, get over here.
Stop! Stop it! It's like, yeah, I was like, holy fuck, this is one destroyed and brutalized fucking girl here that just is broken. But she should have common sense too.
Yeah, I feel like traditions and like family values can get in the way of common sense sometimes. Where it's like you have to get married before you move in. Okay, I did it, and now my husband watches porn every night after I fall asleep. Would you have rather had me figure this out before I get married, or are you happy with what I did? Like, I don't know.
There's a passage leading
Well, it's
to
like,
Bottleneck right here?
Yep. What's the family gonna do to you if you didn't? If they banish you or shun you, then they're not the family to fucking have considered family. They're just someone that brought you into life.
Willing to give it back.
Yeah, they just want control over you.
That's not cool. I'd rather not. I would rather have that toxicity out of my life anyways. Give a fuck about hearing if they do or not. The whole life of you with them was a lie at that point. Why would you want...
Do you ever worry that Ty is going to do too much, like, to try to conform to, like, the Bible?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, explain. Like, what do you think? What do you mean by that?
Like find himself in a situation like this girl because he thought he had to get married before.
He's asking me some questions that he was having a hard time with.